Taran, or even the pumpkinseed sunfish keeps working really well on the Donets. And if you are already level 22 and want to earn a bit more silver, then this works extremely well with these fish. So at level 22, we unlock the Donetz water body. And from this water onward, things really start opening up with different fish species, like Taran, for example, or the pumpkinseed sunfish. Both species are worth it again and again in terms of silver. And both species can be fished very well here on the float. And that means, whether with a pole, a Bolognese rod, or of course a match rod, you have every option to fish. For example, right here at this spot, for Taran or for pumpkinseed sunfish. And the bait choice for these fish extremely simple. I am currently using two different baits. One is pearl barley as bait. I already used that in the last video for bleak fishing. So if you are still below level 22, you can also make really good experience points and silver with it, simply by fishing for bleak. Yeah, and the other bait is the bark beetle larva. That also works really well, again and again, especially for the pumpkinseed sunfish. What you can clearly notice when fishing for Taran is that right now, meaning during midday, the bite frequency drops a bit, and that you catch significantly better during the morning and evening hours. A few days ago in the live stream, we were already standing here and also did a fishing competition. That also worked perfectly. Devilis suggested that we should just go for Taran again here, and then at night simply switch to fishing for Don Ruffy. And that actually works at the exact same spot. So there is definitely the possibility that you can fish the same spot at night for Don Ruff as well. And distance-wise, you just cast exactly the same into this area, meaning where the floats are drifting right now, in this zone. That's also where you cast when bottom fishing. And for the Don Ruff, definitely test the bark beetle larva as well. By the way, it really pays off to use slightly smaller hooks for Taran. I'm currently using a hook size 8 and a hook size 6. We will take a closer look at all of this in detail in a moment. And overall, my setup is kept quite fine. Leaders of 3, 4, or 5 kilograms are absolutely sufficient here for fishing for Taran. I also prepared a ground bait mix for fishing for Taran. We will take a closer look at that as well in a moment. I have now been at this spot for 25 minutes, and it already looks really good. Clearly more fish than minutes at the spot, and that is always a very good sign. So 25 minutes at the spot, already 40 fish caught. That is a really strong start here. I have now pulled in all the floats again. I have been here at the spot for about 30 minutes, and we're going to take a short break from fishing here. So 30 minutes at the spot. You can stretch this to about 40 minutes. That would be the full daytime window you can fish here. Just a few minutes longer, and you would have fully used the entire daytime period. 30 minutes here is just an example for the spot. Of course, we will also take a look at how much silver all these fish bring in. But first, the important information. First of all, the position. I am standing on the opposite bank. That means you need to cross over by boat. I usually drive somewhere into this area and then simply walk the last bit. So just cross over by boat to the other side and walk a short distance to position 415. I did not use a line clip because I want to let the floats drift. I cast roughly 10 meters out. I cast into this green carpet here and then simply let it drift across. And when the floats disappear from the area, I pull them back in and cast again into the same zone. I also vary the bait depth a bit, from 80 centimeters to 90 centimeters to 1 meter depth. Play around with it a little. Once you find the depth that works best, you stick with that. And maybe during midday, you go a bit deeper, closer to 1 meter, and in the morning hours, more around 80 or 90 centimeters. We will of course also take a look at the setup and the ground bait mix. I am fishing fully fluorocarbon here. You can also fish normally with monofilament line and a fluorocarbon leader. In this case, I'm using 5.5 kilograms. If you want to fish here with a pole, a monofilament line between 5 and 7 kilograms is still more than enough. What you can use here is a hook size 6 with pearl barley. Or on this other setup, I am using a hook size 8, also with pearl barley. And if you are a bit higher level and maybe already unlocked the double bait, you can of course use that as well. Either bark beetle larva plus pearl barley or double pearl barley. If you use the bark beetle larva, you will regularly catch pumpkinseed sunfish at this spot. Without the bark beetle larva, you will mainly catch Taran. Even with this bait combination, I only use a hook size 6, because with the bark beetle larva we have a maximum hook size of 6 anyway. The ground bait is simply mixed together like this. By the way, without aroma, just pearl barley. Castor is included, bloodworm, because bloodworm is the only larva component in the game. There is also milk powder and millet porridge. This worked quite well, but it is not mandatory. This spot works perfectly even without any ground bait. So you do not have to use ground bait here. You can stand here all day and just fish normally, and even without ground bait, you will get very good results. And as already mentioned, when it moves toward night, the bite frequency drops. Around 10 or 11 p.m., the Taran stop biting. Then you simply switch the setup to a bottom fishing setup. Similar to, for example, at the Winding Rivulet, with a hook size 20 or hook size 18, just an earthworm, and then cast again into the same area. And maybe you get lucky and catch a Don rough. Now let's take a look at the fish market to see how much silver this brought in. First, a quick look into the cafe. Yeah, common roach were also present at the spot from time to time, occasionally bleak as well. So you could definitely also fish for bleak here. Chub also show up now and then at this spot, and here we even had a trophy Taran. I was just barely short of it. And now let's see what this brought in silver. As mentioned, I was here for almost 30 minutes. You can extend that by another 10 minutes. The daytime window is about 40 minutes. And for these 30 minutes alone, this already brought 260 silver. So at a spot like this, you easily make between 200 and 300 silver, plus extra silver for the night phase. It is absolutely possible to make up to 400 silver within 1 hour at a spot like this. So much for fishing on the Donets. Just go back to fishing for Taran here. If this helped you, leave a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, that really helps me out, and we will see each other in the next video. Until then, tight lines.